links in the description. If you do like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share as you see fit. I'm going to read through the majority of the article, but before I do, to make it very quick, very easy for you, I'm just going to tell you about it to begin with. So essentially, this happened in Ontario. Ontario is a magical make-believe place in the magical make-believe country of Canada, which we're not really interested in, but we're going to have a look at this anyway. So it's about this lady, an Ontario woman, who was involved in a car crash, and she called 911, and she received a bill for $551.89, and she pursued this. She was like, hang on, what the fuck's going on here? Why have you charged me? All I've done is, used your 911 services. And the City of London, the make-believe City of London in the make-believe country of Canada, turned around and said, well, that's what we do. If you call if you're not a non-resident of our city, and you call the 911 services and you're a recipient of the 911 services, emergency services, then you're going to be charged. And that's just how it is, love. So that's what these guys do. Apparently, it's like normal for them. So if you are an outsider, if you live outside of the City of London in Ontario, Canada, this supposed place, and you need assistance from any of the emergency medical services, then you're going to have to pay quite a lot of money. So there's basically what this is about. You can come to your own opinions. Personally, I just think it's a bit outrageous. I mean, especially if you're a citizen of the country. I mean, I don't know, it's just pathetic. What the hell? Why do we pay taxes to the governments when they are so incompetent? And this is incompetency because it's just not fair. It's not reasonable. We live despite the lockdowns, we live in a global world where we're able to move from one town to the next, one city to the next, one country to the next. We can't be punished for being mobile. I mean, that's just fucking ridiculous. Anyway, when you're in an emergency and need help, you should call 911. But if you're not from the city you call in, you could get a surprise bill. Here's a quote. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. 911 is the number you call for an emergency. It's not my fault. I had an accident outside of my own city, said Hamilton, Ontario woman Tina Davies. Essentially, she said she was driving with her boyfriend and 2 young children to London, Ontario to visit family members, and another driver crashed into them. So it wasn't her fault, but her vehicle was very badly damaged. She was concerned about the welfare of her 2 young daughters, so she called emergency medical services so that they can come out and check up on the young girls to make sure that they weren't going to suffer any serious harm. Seems fairly reasonable to me, at the very least. Then 2 days later, after the accident, Tina Davies received a bill from the City of London saying that she owed $552 because she had used the city's 911 services, and she's kind of shocked by that. And the City of London just brazenly admit, yeah, that's what we do, motherfuckers. If we respond to a call or an incident on any roadway within the city that involves a vehicle owned by a resident outside of the city, we're going to charge you. So, I just don't get the reasoning here. Isn't that going to... I mean, number one, people aren't going to be aware of this by law. People just aren't going to be aware of it. And it will come as a shock to them when they get charged such a high amount. $552 is a high amount. It's more than a parking ticket. Quite considerably so. So people aren't expecting it. They get slapped in the face. And then do you think they're going to want to return to your city to do commerce, to act as a tourist? Do you think they're going to feel favorably about your city? No, they're not. Just seems like counterproductive to me. Anyway, that's as much of the article that I want to read through. If you do like this, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah.